Can you hear me? Actually, so I've set my microphone up, but I do remember doing this before and having issues with it. So please let me know if you can hear me. If you can't hear me, also let me know. That would be really handy to know, because I'll just unplug my microphone and do it through my Mac. Just going to give it a second for people to join and people to tell me if they can hear me or not. Hello, is there anyone out there? A little low on volume. Okay, this is as high as I can turn it up, and now it looks like it's peaking. So is that too much? Oh. Hi, Raoul. Hi, Daryl. Hi, Yannick. Hi, Adrian. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because it's, I think it's peaking a bit. Hi, Jonathan. How are you all doing? I'm also live over on YouTube, so if you see me looking this way, this is YouTube, and this is Facebook. Now it's too loud. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. What we'll do is we'll play a song, and then we'll have to revisit it. Watching from Oslo. Hi, Astrid. How are you doing? Tell me, is that volume okay? We'll just get started. We'll find out what happens. So, you guys know the drill. If you haven't been to one of these before, I do these annual live streams where I go through the songs that I wrote the year before. So it's called A Year as a Songwriter 2025. I know it's 26. But these are the songs from last year. And I get to sit here and I get to talk to you guys about it. And some of these songs might go on to be recorded. Some of them don't. They're just literally like diary entries. Just diary entries, basically. Hi, Callie and DC over on YouTube. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you're still hanging in there, Astrid. So here it is. Here's a songwriting book. I've turned down some pages of songs that I want to play for you guys. And I think we're going to start. These are not all the songs I've written, obviously. We just do not have time to write all of the songs. Or play all the songs. But if you see me looking down, it's because obviously I don't know the lyrics or the chords. Sometimes I don't even think I know the song. So we're going to give it a go. And we can laugh through it together. Look at this brand new capo I've got, by the way. It's got the number 4 on it. More about that coming this week. I've also got a really exciting announcement after this live stream. I'm probably going to tell you guys first. You know that I am terrible with my music secrets. Hi, Daniel. So I wrote this one back in April last year. I will admit that last year had a lot of heartbreak songs. I can only apologise. It's just the nature of 2025. But this was pre-breakup. So this is called One Hell of a Party. I lost my purse. Don't get me wrong, I know this could be worse. But I'm waking up in this morning like, who's a stranger in my bed? Where we went and what I said. Don't get me wrong, I know I'll never forget that it was one hell of a party. And who the hell's gonna stop me? Swinging from the chandelier, chasing shots with ice cold beer, and one hell of a party. And I wish the night would never ever end. How I wish the night would never ever end. I lost my friends. I stepped out for air, I don't know where they went. But I don't care, 'cause then I met some girls in the bathrooms laughing about their ex. I stepped out for air, and I'll never forget that it was one hell of a party. And who the hell's gonna stop me? I'm gonna try my best not to read comments at the same time, because this is something that I do, and now for some reason my Mac has just switched itself off. Please still be there. You guys are still there. It's okay. We'll carry on. It was one hell of a party, and who the hell's gonna stop me? Swinging from the chandelier, chasing shots with ice cold beer. One hell of a party, and I wish the night would never ever end. And I wish the night would never ever end. 'Cause it was one hell of a party, and who the hell's gonna stop me? Swinging from the chandelier, chasing shots with ice cold beer. One hell of a party, and I wish the night could never ever end. And no, I wish the night would never ever end. How I wish the night would never ever end. How I wish the night would never ever end. Yeah. I need to get better at not reading the comments whilst I'm trying to sing. I think I got really good at it during lockdown. And then obviously real life went back to normal, and now I have fallen back into the trap again of trying to read comments at the same time as singing. So we're going to say a quick hello to everyone. Hi Ilsa, hi Bob, Nisha over on, Peter over on YouTube, and then we've got Facebook just here. Hi Shiraz. Of course, Jonathan, please share this live with any groups you want to do. Adrian, it's so nice to have been back doing live streams. Thank you so much for all being here. I know that, sorry, I'm just seeing Ashford say belly buttons. I fell out of the live stream game ages ago, but it's really, really good to be back. So thank you for having me. On to the next song. Okay, this is the 23rd of April. So we've just jumped forward like, you know, a couple of weeks. You know how this writing thing goes. And we're going all the way up here. 1, 3, 5, 7. So this is actually one of the songs that I think might be released this year. I really like this song. I mean, I say that about all my songs, so you guys know that, I mean, at this rate, anything could be recorded. And this is kind of what I started these live streams for, is also so I could get opinions from you guys, what you want to hear, what songs of mine you like, etc, etc. This one's called Lock Me Up. If my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up. I ain't a bad woman, but I've made mistakes. I'm known for falling head first and giving my heart away, and it hurts, yes it hurts like hell when it doesn't work. Oh no. If my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up and take your time with the jury. You can be the judge. Lock me up, throw away the key. Guilty I plead, I can't change the blood I bleed. And if my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up. Ooh. try to look for the best in everyone I meet, even when they're wrong. I place the blame on me, and it hurts, yes it hurts like hell when it doesn't work, oh no. And if my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up and take your time with the jury, you can be the judge. Lock me up, throw away the key, guilty I plead, I can't change the blood I bleed. And if my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up. Throw away the key, guilty I plead, I can't change the blood I bleed. And I'll do the time, cause baby this is my crime, it's as simple as the air I breathe. If my crime is loving just a little too much, lock me up. As you can tell, I did write this one around the time of the tour last year when I was doing the Orange Ain't My Colour tour. I think that's why it kind of has that undertones of sort of Orange Ain't My Colour and a similar vibe. But obviously the EP was out. I couldn't record this one. But I'm hoping it might be on the next project, which is all about... it's like the Imperfect Recovery extended. Let's be honest. It's about heartbreak and the things that I went through last year. And I mean, I said it in Fool's Paradise, love is my vice. Always has, always will be. Apart from music, it's the only other thing that I give 100% to. And don't look back. That makes me like that makes it sound really bad. Obviously I give 100% to like my day job, but you know what I mean. Maybe I should start singing and stop talking. Thank you for being here. It is originals today. For those of you that are just joining, this is my year as a songwriter of 2025. So I'm kind of going through the songs that I wrote last year and singing them and talking to you about them and seeing what you guys think you want to hear off on the next record. And for some reason my Mac keeps shutting itself and I don't know when it shuts itself if that turns off the live stream, so I'm so sorry if it does. And yes, I still have the same mug after all these years. As soon as I knew I was doing this live stream, I was like, yeah, I'm bringing back the live stream mug from good old Cover's days. So, we then get into the stage of last year where a lot happened, and I think all the rest of the songs I'm playing, as you can see, they're all kind of like back to back. I wrote a lot of songs in a short space of time. So, this one I wrote on the 1st of May. It's called Figure It Out. And I actually wrote this, I wrote this before getting my heart absolutely handed to me. Kind of when I felt like there was something going on, but I thought it was just something fixable. I thought it was a conversation. And I do what I always do when I've got anything going on in my life. I wrote a song about it and sent it to sent it to the person it was for. And I remember at the time he was really sad about it. But obviously not that sad, because 10 days later it all changed. This is called Figure It Out. Do you know what a heart is? And what it's for? Did you never learn how to listen? After learning to talk, 'cause I can teach you how to love me. And give me what I want, but you don't seem to notice. And we just go on and on and on and on and on. We just go on and on and on and on and on. And so I keep on casting out, hoping you'll come back around. 'Cause I'm too old to be burning bridges, too young to be burning them down. And I'll keep on casting out, hoping you'll come figure it out. I'll admit I'm not easy. When it comes to love, I've given my heart too freely and felt the sting of a crush, but I've been working on myself, dear. And what I want, but you don't seem to notice. And it just goes on and on and on and on and on. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. And so I keep on casting out, hoping you'll come back around. 'Cause I'm too old to be building bridges, too young to be burning them down. And I keep on casting out, hoping you'll figure it out. I'm hoping you'll figure it out. I've tried telling you what I want when everything feels so wrong, giving you all my reasons. I even wrote you this song. And so I keep on casting out, just hoping you'll come back around. 'Cause I'm too old to be building bridges, too young to be burning them down. And I keep on casting out, hoping you'll figure it out. I'm hoping you'll figure it out. So there's that one. Tell me what you guys think. I think that might make the next project. And I think I did actually see Astrid saying, when is the next album coming? And I can tell you it's going to be this year, she says. So I wrote that back in May, very start of May. We're in the merch, representing today. Louise Parker. Also, I gave blood today, which is what this is. So I'm feeling a little bit tender. But we're here, we're doing this. I'm hoping that obviously with the new album, there'll be new merch. I haven't quite figured out what the new merch is going to be yet, because you guys know me, I like new and interesting things. So I'm still figuring out maybe what, figure it out. That's what the last song was called. I'm still figuring out what it's gonna be. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, and I'll definitely look into it. I am British, not Australian, but I get that all the time. I've got like a twang to my accent. everyone thinks is Australian. I've never been to Australia, but it's on my bucket list. I'm hoping I can go this year, if not next year. Depends how well the album does. Let's be completely honest. If it absolutely rinses me for everything I own. Okay, so I think this is one of my favourite songs I wrote last year. Again, you know that I'm going to say that about everything though. Now I have actually demoed this with my band, so there is a good chance that this one actually might make it onto the album. About love and heartbreak and how I'm processing things, I guess. Now in the recorded version, this has 2 key changes, which is an awful lot of key changes. So go easy on me as I figure out where on the guitar I'm supposed to be playing. I feel like there's a D sharp minor. I can't even remember what a D sharp minor looks like. It's somewhere around here. This is called Doctor, and this is now post breakup. This is the 22nd of May. I think most of you know that I work for the NHS in a hospital. I spend a lot of my days surrounded by doctors. I have 9 of my own consultants that I look after. And I remember going through this heartbreak last year and asking a couple of my doctors if they'd perform a lobotomy. That's how like traumatized I was at this time. And so this song is called Doctor, and this is kind of where it came from. Tell me, what can you do for a heartbreak? Can you give me anything to take the pain away? 'Cause I can't go on living day to day. Tell me, what can you do for a heartbreak? Doctor, help me please, I think I'm going crazy. I'm down here on my knees, 'cause I lost my baby. I know and I know and I know, if it's meant to be, it'll come back around for me. Tell me, what can you do for a heartbreak? Can you give me anything to take the pain away? 'Cause I can't go on living day to day. Tell me, what can you do for a heartbreak? Have you got anything to keep me sane? I need a magic little fix to stop my brain. 'Cause I can't go on feeling this way. Said, what can you do for a heartbreak? At least it happened now, and not in 5 years' time, when you had more to lose further down the line. And I know and I know and I know, if it's meant to be. No. And I know and I know and I know and I know, but that tough love doesn't help me now or ever. What can you do for a heartbreak? Can you give me anything to take the pain away? 'Cause I can't go on living day to day. Said, what can you do for a heartbreak? Have you got anything to keep me sane? I need a magic little fix to stop my brain. 'Cause I can't go on feeling this way. So what can you do for a heartbreak? Doctor, have you seen him for the pain he's going through? If you see him, tell him I feel it too. What can you do for a heartbreak? Can you give me anything to take the pain away? 'Cause I can't go on living day to day. Said, what can you do for heartbreak? Heartbreak, a heartbreak. And you give me anything to take the pain away, 'cause I can't go on feeling this way. I said, what can you do for heartbreak? Have you got anything to keep me sane? I need a magic little fix to stop my brain, 'cause I can't go on feeling this way. Tell me, what can you do for heartbreak? Heartbreak, heartbreak. Oh. Oh yeah, all those bar chords, I can feel that in my thumb. You know what, I skipped out the D sharp minor. I'm sorry, I chickened out. I wasn't sure where it was, so I just went for the C sharp. And if there's any guitarists on here, I'm very sorry. Thank you, excellent song. I feel like I saw Alan enter the chat. I've seen that also I've got a few other people that are saying I need to come to Norway. Thank you so much for being here. Adrian is in his Living in Silver Linings t-shirt. Oh, that reminds me. I've got a brand new website. I feel like I've been talking about it to everyone. I feel like I've been screaming about it, but it's because I'm so excited about it. Me and Callie from Forever Callie Media have put so much work into this website. I know some of you have visited it. I know some of you have already bought merch. I know some of you have signed up to my fan club, which just blows my mind. So this website is nothing like I've ever had before. This is like the Audi of websites. It's so super fancy. My merch is on my website, so you just buy it directly from there. You don't even have to like go to Big Cartel anymore. And my fan club is on my website. So you get your own login and you log in through my website, which is so cool. And then from there, depending on which tier you choose, we've got like a £1 tier, just for like, you know, like a little, like a coffee a day sort of thing, really. It's like £1 a month. And you get access to like my in-depth journal, which Daryl getting overexcited by the Norway talk. I'm sorry, £1 a month, which gives you access to my journal. And that's like in-depth talks about every single gig. I've talked about the whole truth about my trip to Paris. So, you know, I think everyone saw it and they saw all these great photos and these great videos, and it was great, don't get me wrong. But there was actually a moment that I threw up on the corner of the roundabout at the Arc de Triomphe. And so I get to talk about sort of like the truth about my Paris trip. And I'm also going to talk like more in depth about song lyrics on there and kind of break down, you know, break down the songs in it. Hi Isaac, whoop whoop, little shout out for you. Also there is Northern dates coming, don't you worry. Have you not checked out my website? All the dates are on there, please, girl, please. But yeah, then you've got a £5 tier, which gives you access to video content. And so I've got some unreleased songs on there. I've got video content of the acoustic and the band version of Miserable in Paris. And then there's a £10 a month tier, which gives you access to all of the above, and also gives you access to voice memos, so unreleased songs, completely raw, completely cut back, songs that, like this, I may never not release, but rather than picking like a handful of which I have to do, because obviously we've all got lives and dinner to eat and things to do, I've literally been putting everything I write up on the fan club. So every single song that I've written in the past 2 months has gone on the fan club so far. So head over to Louise Parker Music, please. And let's do more songs. Oh, because if not, I will sit here and talk about my life. There's lots of people over on YouTube joining. Hey, Thanks for being here. Hi, Martin. I think I saw somewhere you said that Molly was also watching. So this is here, I think actually is my favourite. I know I said that about the last one. Oh, but this one here is actually my favourite song I wrote last year, but it's also going to be the third single we release. And you know me, I like to try and keep a little bit of something back. So I'm not gonna play you that one. Instead, I will trade you for what is going to be the band's next single. So this is going to be our second single. It hasn't got a release date just yet, but I'm hoping to release this in April. So very, very soon, which is literally next month. I've just realised we're already like halfway through producing it, so I really need to get my into gear and you know, get it done. But I won't play you the third single. I am going to play you my next single. This one is called You Were Right. It's a little tongue-in-cheek number. Some could still call it sassy. Some. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if there's kids. That has just caught me really off guard. Some say it's sarcastic. Not the other word. We're just gonna carry on. So this is called You Were Right. I like that no one is commenting right now, and hopefully we're just glossing over my faux pas. You said we had changed. Funny how fast you outgrew my heart. I was planning forever. You were just planning your exit path. And I had dreams with your name in bold. You had secrets you never told. Now she's wearing your hoodie and calling you babe while I'm screaming into my pillowcase. You blamed it on time and said we weren't aligned. You lined up with her right after goodbye. And you said we wanted different things, but you had me believing in love and diamond rings. And I wanted you and you wanted her. I was building Rome and you were watching it burn. Now the truth has come to light, and I guess that you were right. You said there was no one else. Cool lie. Do you ever get dizzy from how quick you slide? You told me I'd thank you one day for the hurt and the heartbreak. I'm not thankful. You blamed it on time and said we weren't aligned, but you lined up with her right after goodbye. You said we wanted different things, but you had me believing in kids and diamond rings. And I wanted you and you wanted her. I was building Rome and you were watching it burn. Now the truth has come to light, and I guess that you were right. This is a bit that really breaks my heart, this bridge. You wanted space, then filled it in seconds. Said I was too much, but she passed all your checklist. You called me intense for actually caring, while you wrote her name in the margin of our ending. And you said we wanted different things, But you had me believing all the shit you said to me. And I wanted you and you wanted her. I was building Rome and you were letting it burn. Now the truth has come to light, and I guess that you were right. And I guess that you were right. So that is going to be the band's next single, hopefully coming out in April, but we're still working on it. Thank you, Alan, Astrid, I've missed you so much, and Daryl, obviously. Thank you, everyone on YouTube. I am not able to land the bar chords properly during chord changes. You know what? It took me 6 months. So everyone that doesn't know, this is a bar chord. It's where you're barring basically the neck. It took me 6 months of like from starting to learn guitar to actually be able to do a bar chord. So, I mean, your finger strength has to like at least double. So do not fear, you will eventually get bar chords. You just have to keep practicing. Trust me, it's hard work. Hi, Dom. Hey, Dommy. How you doing? All right. So that is going to be the next single. I've already done the artwork for it, and when I say Callie's already done the artwork for it. I just need to get my ass in gear, and get producing it. Although saying that, halfway through me singing that, I had a little message pop up on my WhatsApp, and it was actually my producer, who's also my bassist, sending me the latest mix. So I would like to say that that is all good news. We're getting there. So this is actually a co-write, this next one. Wrote this on the 15th of August. So going forwards a little bit, I will admit that after the breakup, I spent one night a week at my bassist's house. Like writing songs, doing demos, recording demos, crying. Don't know what I would have done without Adam in those first 2 months, but we're skipping forwards to a co-wrote that I did with Madeline. Now, Madeline's one of my friends, and I love this song so much. It's called I've Become a Guy, and it was flipping sort of that stereotype on its head of what guys are like, I guess, after breakups. And yes, I do think we should say boo to him. Boo! I like that. I've just had someone ask me to play Wonderwall on YouTube. I'm not laughing at you, I'm so sorry. We're doing all originals tonight, but I will come back and play Wonderwall for you one day. So sorry. So this is kind of like flipping that stereotype on the head of what guys are like, and that, you know, girls can be like that too. Equality. So this is called I've Become a Guy. A little catchy number, actually. Used to cry when they wouldn't call, left my heart hanging on the wall. Now I'm the one leaving boots by the door and slipping out before they're asking for more. And crossing the line is a favorite sport of mine. I've become what I despised. I've become a guy who don't pick up when you call, who asks about when you're home. Yeah, sure, babe, I'm all alone. And I've become a guy, you're the only one that I talk to. I swear to God, it's me, not you. Make you surprised I could ever lie. I've become a guy. used to have hearts by their names. Now I don't have a number saved. And I won't call, I won't reply. I want you and then change my mind, breaking rules I used to make. And I become a guy, I'm the one ghosting Friday nights, drinking and dancing in the neon lights. Don't need a name when it ends in goodbye. I become a guy, ain't looking for more than a good time. Tables turned and I can't lie, I don't usually do this, but I become a guy. I become a guy. Feels kinda good to be the bad guy. And I guess you play with fire, you learn the flame. They'll call me wasted time, but can't get me off their mind. I know how to keep them saying my name. And I've become a guy, I'm just seeing where this goes. No strings attached and no clothes. Sorry. Maybe in another life, yeah, I've become a guy, and you deserve so much more. I wish I'd met you before. I don't need to justify, 'cause I'm just a guy. I've become a guy, and I'm not what you're looking for, but I'll never close that door. And I've changed from the last time, I swear that I've become a guy. Just as I was starting that, someone over on YouTube said, "My nan can sing better." You know what, I think that's really sweet. That's really sweet of you that you and your nan sing together. Maybe Oasis, who knows? It's a classic. But yes, I did write that one that everyone that's asking. That I've Become a Guy is the title. Someone presumed over on YouTube. You are right. Well done. That is. I mean, I know I've said it like 100 times, so you know, if I didn't make it the title, it'd just be pretty crappy to have a song that had that in the title so much and not be the title, right? Okay, let's have a quick tune. I didn't do this at the start of the live. I've been in a co-write all day with a song that I know I say about all of them, but a song that I'm really excited about. I think we're going to call it Karma, but I've been in a co-write all day, so this is actually the first time I think I've picked up my guitar, because Ash was playing guitar. And once I've got it perfected, make sure you head over to the website. Top Tier Fan Club, unreleased demos, it's coming your way. Look out for it. It's called Karma. I've been playing guitar since I was 16. I am now 32. I am self-taught. I've Become a Guy, I wrote it in August. No, it's not on streaming platforms yet. I feel like there is a million questions across both, because I'm on YouTube and Facebook. There's so many questions. I'm so sorry if I am missing any questions. If you have any questions and I've not answered them, make sure you leave a comment somewhere on my social media and I will come back to you. You let me down with the lack of tune-up, actually. I am so sorry. Okay, I've got 2 more songs for you guys, and then I'm going to leave you to your evenings. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't heard of me before, this is your first time meeting me, my name is Louise Parker. All over social media, Louise Parker Music, Spotify, Amazon, Apple, Deezer, Pandora. You mention it, I've got it. New website, Louise Parker Music. Check it out. Very excited about it. Brand new merch coming your way. and a brand new album before the end of the year, which you guys know means a tour. I love touring with my band. Very lucky. My band are incredible. I don't know, honestly. I don't know how I would have got through last year without them. Okay, so there had to be at least one sad, slow song. I actually, this what I'm about to play is actually already on my fan club. So a couple of you might have heard it already. I did put, I think, a snippet up of it on TikTok or Instagram as well. It's called House of Matches. And it's, I wrote this in December of last year. And it's about me sort of like noticing all the things that I did in my relationship, all the things that I went out of my way to do. Things that I can't change, or maybe I could change, but are difficult to sort of unlearn. This is called House of Matches. And I bought a bigger bed so you'd have somewhere to sleep. And I hung the mirrors higher than I needed them to be. And I gave and gave and gave my time and love. And you took it all away. I cleared shelves and emptied drawers for you to own. I cut new keys to make this house your home. And I gave and gave and gave my time and love. And you threw it all away. You threw it all away. And I built us up just to watch you burn it down. And I made you my king so you could treat me like a clown, not crown. Sorry, serious moment. And I lent you my spark and you never gave it back. Just leave me in the ashes of a house of matches. I'm awake in the night, tears pouring from my eyes again. And I'm taking the pills they prescribe and staying out with my friends. And I gave and gave and gave my time and love. Now there's no way back. No, there's no way back. And I built us up just to watch you burn it down. And I made you my king for you to treat me like a clown. And I lent you my spark, you never gave it back. Just leave me in the ashes of a house of matches. You gave me back my keys, said I'd give them to the next one. I think I think that might have been the saddest song I've ever written. And I wrote a song called I've Forgotten How to Smile and I Don't Believe in Christmas, so I don't know. There's something, maybe it's just right now that song is very painful, but there's something so real about it. And I remember sitting down, 20th of December, I wrote this song, and it's dark and it's cold, and it's the first Christmas I'd spent alone in a very long time. I remember sitting down and writing it in the middle of the night and feeling so despondent and so lonely because everything is worse in the middle of the night. I don't know if anyone else finds that. But I've got one more song for you guys and then I'm going to leave you to your evenings. I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has been here. I would love to come to Norway, for everyone saying so on the Facebook, everyone that is new on YouTube, thank you for being here. You can find me, Louise Parker, music absolutely everywhere. This is the last song I'm going to play for you guys. This is the last single that I released, and I wrote this one. Here it is. I wrote this one on the 28th of June. For a little bit of context, I had just come back from a week away in Tunisia with my best friend, who was consoling me, and luckily we didn't have much Wi-Fi. And I don't know if I've ever shared this before. Being the person that my ex is, he'd removed all of my friends and family off his social media. So maybe I should have known that something was going on from that, a guilty conscience. And it's 5 weeks. It's 5 weeks since he left me. And he starts posting pictures on his social media of him in Paris. And now we were meant to go to Paris together for my 30th birthday. It was his present to me for my 30th birthday. I'm now 32. And and so seeing him in Paris, I was like, that's so sad. That's so sad that he's chosen to go to Paris by himself. Only to realise that he wasn't in Paris by himself. He was in Paris with his new girlfriend. Which absolutely just twisted the knife. And I called him and he didn't answer, obviously. And he called me back when he was on the train home. And I blindsided him because he had no idea that I knew, because he thought he'd deleted everyone off social media. And I was like, well, I know. And he was like, oh, let's do this another time. Let me call you back. And I was like, you don't need to call me back. But he did. He called me back the next day and basically told me that he'd started dating her 2 weeks after leaving me. And he's adamant that he didn't cheat on me. But such is life. You win some, you lose some. I've decided that obviously I'm better off without anyone that could treat me that way, that could leave me and then start dating someone 2 weeks after. I mean, he'd just been on tour with her, so chances are that there might have been a crossover. But his loss is what my therapist would tell me to say. Just get a cat or two and it'll be fine. You know what? I really want a cat, but I live in a second floor apartment. I'm a little bit worried that they'd jump out a window or something. Freedom! Right. Thank you so much for everyone that's been on tonight. Been so kind. This is Miserable in Paris, a song that I wrote for my ex. I hope you're miserable in Paris. I hope you're miserable in Paris. And I hope hope you're miserable, inconvenienced in the smallest ways. It's inconceivable to me that you'd go anyway, and it's too soon to claim things that were ours as your own. But you seem just fine, keeping busy, flying solo. I hope you're miserable in Paris, and I hope the skies are grey, and I hope the streets are too crowded, and the ghost of me won't go away, and I hope the food never hits the spot, and every table an empty seat. And I hope you're miserable in Paris, wishing you were there with me. I guess you need this time to process what you've lost. Is the price that you paid worth the lifetime cost? And it's too soon to move on. You thought that I would've known that you're more than friends, keeping busy, flying solo. And I hope you're miserable in Paris, and I hope the skies are grey, and I hope the streets are too crowded, and the ghost of me won't go away, and I hope the food never hits the spot, every table an empty seat. And I hope you're miserable in Paris, wishing you were there with me. All the distractions money can buy, still at the end of the night I know I'll be on your mind. I hope you're miserable in Paris. Oh, let me just sign back in my Mac. Sorry. I hope you're miserable in Paris. Yeah. And I hope you're miserable in Paris, and I hope the skies are grey, and I hope the streets are too crowded, and the ghost of me won't go away, and I hope the food never hits the spot, and every table an empty seat. I hope you're miserable in Paris, wishing you were there with me, wishing you were there with me. And I hope you're miserable in Paris, wishing you were there with me. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. That is my brand new single, Miserable in Paris, that is out everywhere now. There is the band version and the acoustic version. Make sure you head over to louiseparkermusic.com to check out my new website. And thank you so much for being here. Have an incredible evening wherever you are, whoever you're with. Eat good food, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon. And make sure you keep an ear out for some of these songs I have played tonight, because they will be on my brand new album coming out later this year. Yeah! I don't know who's excited about it, me or you. I think it's me. I might be excited about it more than you guys. But I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Maybe over on TikTok. I seem to do like weekly live streams on TikTok on Mondays. Thank you for having me. See you guys later. Bye. Bye.